And then the Netherlands is coming in third, then Portugal, then Vigenaga, Italy, Andalusia, Mughals, France. France actually surprisingly far down that list. Prussia I wasn't really expecting to have a huge economy. Congo and Mali's economies are a little bit smaller than I would expect, but I guess that's because they're still teching up. Yeah, I'm expecting to see France's economy growing the most during this session. If we take a quick look at their income, they're losing a lot to army maintenance, rooting out corruption. They are pretty corrupt. Fort maintenance, advisor cost. But Bussy is a very capable player, so I'm very much expecting to see a rather more substantial France appearing in this game. Now, who owns Mutapa Gold? It's split between the Congo and Portugal. Most of it is owned by Congo, though. But I think actually the real moneymaker down here is the ivory. And then even more so the ivory over here, because with the right ideas and the right native assimilation policies, you can make this extremely valuable. Because you can just ramp up the goods produced so massively. Yeah, Andalusia's Andalusian ideas. Andalusia actually wanted to stay as Morocco. It was the AI that flipped him when he wasn't able to make a session. And he was not very happy about that because he was enjoying the raiding game. And having bases like Gotland, yeah, I can see why. And Gotland is actually like one of, I would say, the most strategically vital holdings that anyone has in this game. Because it's basically giving the Southern Powers access to Commonwealth's backdoor. Like, they do not want to lose this. Ever. Marcus saying something about money. That's in Ireland? Yeah, Marcus is Ireland. So, has Ireland started building ships yet? And how are they doing in terms of debt? They're still at 12, so I wouldn't be bragging too much about your income. And I don't think they've built any ships yet. Nope, but they have 2 light ships under production, trying to get more into the trade. That does make a lot of sense. I mean, the English Channel has a lot of cash. Although, yeah, they do have a level 2 centre of trade down here in Bristol. But most of their trade would be probably in the North Sea. And the North Sea is losing most of its money to the English Channel. So I think I would probably try to develop this to a level 3. And then just claim as much money as possible. In fact, getting that to a level 3 might well be worth a loan. Or several loans to get the 1,000 ducats you require. Then just keep on feeding all the money from the North Sea into the English Channel. Where does he collect right now? Collecting in the English Channel. So he's getting 1 ducat there right now. He is going to be up against a lot of competition from the Dutch. France is also collecting down there. Is France collecting in multiple? France is collecting in multiple. In fact, so is Ireland. See, that's a bad idea. That's a really bad idea. You already need to be super competitive in the English Channel. You're basically hamstringing yourself. Like, don't collect in multiple. There's almost never a reason to do that. The one possible exception would be if you are in Italy and you want to collect in both Venice and Genoa. Because it can be very difficult to route Venice's money out of Ragusa and into Genoa instead. And anything coming from the north is basically wasted. So you do have 23 ducats basically just sitting here. Actually, I'm kind of curious. Where is Italy collecting? Italy is collecting in Venice, not in Genoa. They do have an 81% control of Venice, so I'm not that surprised. But Genoa is just such a good node. It's so good, because everything else feeds into Genoa. Genoa and the English Channel are like the end nodes. Venice is also an end node, but it's very difficult to get trade from the west flowing into Venice. Because, for example, Sevilla goes into Genoa, it does not go into Venice. So if you want to get money from the west into Venice, you have to go via Asia. You have to go via Japan, China, India. It's not easy. What type of fleet compositions are naval powers using? Let's take a look. I suspect lots of trade right now, because there haven't been that many naval conflicts yet. So Portugal's got 43 heavies, 181 lights. Denmark has only light ships. Denmark, as we have seen, is mostly about power projection rather than actually fighting at sea. The Netherlands has 21 heavies, 115 lights. I would say that Portugal is the main naval power. I know Japan's trying to be has been building theirs up for a showdown against Ming. Malaya has 20 and 60. That's actually pretty decent. And Andalusia has 20 and 30. So Andalusia's gone for a more aggressive policy. Commonwealth coming in with 40 heavies as well, rather than a trade fleet. So Commonwealth definitely expecting to have some conflict at sea. France with 7 and 11. Has France started building a fleet yet? France is building a fleet. So that's not bad at all. What was Arabia's like? Arabia is one player that should have a huge navy, but so far is mixing it between galleys and heavies. I think in Arabia's case, I'd probably go into just heavies at this point, simply because of power projection. Like, fighting in the Mediterranean is all well and good, but Arabia is now so concerned with Commonwealth expansion that they should probably go into heavies just to fight against them. Andalusia. Andalusia's navy was pretty good. I was quite impressed. And they've lost it a few times. Like, Andalusia, unfortunately, was taken over by the AI, who basically just got stomped. But they seem to have rebounded pretty well. Now, the other question I had was military quality. Is that just a pause? That is just a pause, apparently.
Mordred?
Hello.
We just lost Meanwolf. Do you want to wait, or just have him hot join?
We just lost who, sorry?
Meanwolf.
Okay.
Congo.
Give him like a minute and then start again, I would say.
Alright.
Andalusia has colonies in Brazil and the Caribbean. So, let's take a look at this real quick. Arabia. Well, I do wish that morale showed your total. Like, ignoring maintenance. I really wish it just showed you the total. Because Arabia does not have 2.7 morale. They probably have 5 point something. And Ireland definitely doesn't have 0.5 morale. They're probably at 4 points. No, probably 5 point something. So, ignoring morale, discipline. Arabia, well, actually Commonwealth with 100, of course, Commonwealth has 128%. Arabia 116, France 116, Japan 115. I mean, the disciplines aren't looking too bad. Siege ability, the Netherlands coming in first, thanks to their engineer corps, no, army sappers ability, and also engineer corps from offensive ideas. It's a great combination for the Dutch. Japan with 35, Commonwealth 34. Like, no one has invested too much into siege ability. Defensiveness. Top player here is Andalusia, and Italy's way down there. Interesting. So Andalusia is the one that you really don't want to invade, because Andalusia has lots of mountains, which means lots of attrition and also lots of friendly battle zones. And I know that Andalusia has been investing in forts, so very tough country to crack there. Professionalism, Commonwealth, Prussia coming in top with Japan, Mughals, and then Vijayanagara after that. I mean, there's a big discrepancy between these players. Commonwealth at 100% professionalism plus their huge manpower pool is a big problem for anyone who wants to go up against the Commonwealth. Their military tradition, we have Prussia sitting permanently at 100%. He's at peace with 100% tradition, and he almost never goes to war, which is kind of scary. That's basically just from Prussian ideas, aristocracy, I think, and forts. And Commonwealth at 83, Andalusia was 74. Andalusia, I am constantly surprised by just how capable militarily Andalusia is. It's kind of cool. Let me just double check what ideas Prussia has actually got. Prussia has, yeah, Aristo. And Aristo has yearly army tradition decay reduction, together with the army tradition decay reduction from noble cadets in their national ideas too. Now, has Prussia got any militarism whatsoever? They don't. And unfortunately, I can't show you what they would have if they did. Absolutism is currently at 52. They could get a lot more absolutism. And in fact, if they had the court and country event, then they could get that up to 100. This is the age of absolutism. Isn't there a Prussian ability for them? France, Netherlands, Sweden, Manchu. Oh, it's the Age of Revolutions, which I think is the Prussian ability. So France could get their land fire damage plus 20% during this, and the Dutch could get their corruption reduction. The Swedes could get manpower recovery, and Manchu could get Manchu banners. Personal union on monarch death. Succession war between Italy and France. That would be interesting. Definitely no movement of armies over here. I don't really want to zoom in too much on different countries because I know people have been stream sniping. And I like surprises, but I also want to show you guys everything. Unfortunately, it's just something that's impossible to enforce. What else has been going on? Let's take a look at Hungary. Hungary, of course, having been a vassal until now, I suspect that the Commonwealth is going to be feeding them a little bit. Possibly through subsidies. No subsidies. Actually a very healthy economy. They're doing nicely. Great taxation income. Great production income. Not a lot of trade. Where would they be collecting it if they were getting trade? I have a lot of merchants. Crikey. Yeah, see, again, splitting their collection. Not sure I would do that. You're collecting almost nothing in Constantinople. That's just not worth it. Just make that pushing money from Constantinople into Ragusa and then collect just in Venice. Because now you're basically slicing, like halving the income from both locations. I love the Hungarian ideas. I have not really looked at these. Cavalry combat ability plus 20. Recover army morale speed plus 5. National unrest minus 1. National manpower plus 20. Oh man, I did not get enough sleep last night. Oh, we have another hot join. Who dis? This is Mean Wolf coming back in. So that is the Congo who had lost connection. Willu, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the channel. I see that and I want to go, Wallalo. Actually, there's a big Age of Empires 2 series on at the moment, I think. Don't know if it's on at the moment, but I know it's this weekend. Like T90 was saying he's got like 7,000 people watching or something ridiculous like that. Crazy how much that channel has grown. Like, that's a real success story on Twitch. I remember when he used to get like 100. Sorry, I just want to double check one thing. Nothing there. Okay. Cool. Age of Empires 2 never dies. It's on right now. Yeah, I thought it might be. Apparently he's got a new system which allows him to zoom in and out on the map, which I kind of want to see. I just haven't had time this weekend. I still can't believe I did 12 hours of streaming yesterday. I must be completely and utterly nuts. Speaking of 12 hours of streaming, I'm going to be doing probably 12 hours of streaming on Thursday. I don't want to announce too much, but that's the release of Imperator. And we have plans. We have great plans. And it's going to involve a really long stream, starting from when the embargo goes up at like 8 o'clock in the morning. It's going to be good. It's going to be very, very good. It's also going to be me very, very tired. 8 o'clock in the morning is usually when I'm going to bed. Like this morning, I think I went to bed at 8. How did Ultimate General Civil War go last night? It was actually really good, Dana. I had like 100 people watching all evening. Yeah, I think my average was 90. Which for Ultimate General is kind of bonkers. Yes, this Thursday. Which is when the embargo for Imperator lifts. So the plan for that is I'm going to do my usual 3 videos a day for the preview period. I would ordinarily continue that series, which I would start on the first day, so I'll basically pre-record an hour and a half, which is 3 episodes, and then continue from there in the stream, but because of these other stream plans currently underway, I'm going to have to do those 3 episodes and probably pre-record 3 episodes for the next day, and then I'll continue my single-player stuff on the Friday. So the Friday stream is going to be me able to actually talk about more of the mechanics and what I'm doing and why and all that stuff, and really exploring things. But yeah, Thursday should be really good. I am super excited about Thursday. Halfway into the stream and you'll see Mordred with the head on table, hand reflectively clicking the mouse and snoring. Thursday's your birthday. Well, perfect way to celebrate the birthday there, Zidron. Oh, not Parthia. I mean, for Thursday I can't say what I'm doing, but for my Let's Play campaign, I'm gonna do... There you go. See if you can mouth read, lip read, that's the word. Alright, so we're back into the game. So, Mean Wolf has rejoined, and... what the hell was I talking about? I don't even remember. No, it's gone. Too much talking about Imperator. Getting me distracted. Ooh, France has a couple of rebel problems. What are these? Pretenders? Pretenders. Oh, Commonwealth just rejected an offer. They have so much manpower. France isn't doing too badly for manpower. Losing a bit of money. Economy not looking as healthy, but they are still very aggressively rooting out that corruption. Which is good. It's a good choice. Player war, player war, player war. We have Ireland and we have Mali and we have Prussia. What is going on here? Do we have Mali attacking Ireland or vice versa? We have the Malian conquest of the Grain Coast against Ireland, against Portugal and against Prussia. Not sure I would have done that. But I think this is Mali basically trying to kick the imperialists out of their neck of the woods. Getting rid of that one province, I would suspect. The question is whether Portugal's allies will rally to this and whether this distracts those guys from other threats, shall we say. Ooh, and Songhai has very high libs desire. You want to drive that down before you get into this fight too much. Otherwise you're going to be missing out on the 21,000 troops that those guys can provide you. So what is Mali's military level? 18 against Portugal's 20. So Portugal's military might is probably going to be better. Morale hasn't yet been raised. I wonder if this was done on purpose or not. Mali doesn't look exactly ready here. Oh, war's over. Okay, so that was clearly just a pre-negotiated event where Mali said, I will do something for you in exchange for that one colony, and then the way that they chose to transfer that colony was basically through a war rather than just selling the province. They might be rivals or something. They are not rivals. Denmark and Andalusia are the rivals at the moment. Ireland needs some new colonies in the west coast. Yeah, they do. I'm sorry, my internet does seem to keep flickering on and off. It's really annoying me because I can see those drop flames going up. I can see my little green square turning orange and then red for like a second and then coming straight back again. So I don't know what is going on right now. And Pharonix is no longer in sync. Oh dear. So he might need to quit and then rejoin. Or this is going to require a rehost, though I'd rather hope not. So is Ireland being promised some land elsewhere, or is Ireland giving up their imperialist ideas? Because Ireland does have fully developed exploration and expansion. Is Ireland going all in on America now? Where are your colonies? You've got Ice, which is in Florida, and you've got Timoka, which is also in Florida. So yes, I would say that Ireland is going full on over here. And we actually have Kiowa currently fighting against the Sanasna Aran Noir. Creek and Kiowa. So this is just a colonial war. The Kiowa crusade against the Kianasna Aran Noir, which I think is basically New Ireland. It hasn't been noticeable with the frames. Okay, I'm glad to hear that. So is this a war that they forced their colony to start? Because their colony doesn't seem to be doing too hot. No other plans to go after Canada at present, I guess. So what trade node is this? This is the Caribbean. So this is Ireland's attempt to take some Caribbean money and trade, potentially. So where is the rest of that colony? Because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is, in fact, the full colony right there. That was the 5th province. So the natives might be about to take Ireland's colony in Florida. And Ireland, I suspect, just hasn't noticed. Like, if I was Ireland right now, I would be pushing money on my minion. Although Ireland, of course, is kind of well, not bankrupt, but broke. How's their loan situation looking now? They still have quite a few. They are definitely paying them off. They're down to 11. Who was the other one that was really heavily in debt? Was it France? No. Who had like 13 loans? Hungary has a... Oh, Hungary only has one. You're fine. Commonwealth has loans. 3 of them. 2,600 in debt. What has the Commonwealth been doing? Oh! Right, I think that was actually carrying over from last time when he was building those heavy ships. I think he just invested really heavily into that. I know Arabia was pretty heavily in debt. But Arabia should be able to pay that off very quickly because Arabia was building a certain works up here in the north.